So will you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Rebecca and I'm from Houston, Texas. I've moved around a lot, so I actually grew up even further southeast than that, right on the Gulf of Mexico. And I went to university also in Texas and moved to Russia 6 months ago. And yeah, it's been a really interesting adventure.
How different is Yekaterinburg and Ural as a region from Texas?
Well, here it's definitely different from what I'm used to. I would probably maybe feel more comfortable out in the village, out in the oblast. I think it'd be more like my home. But I really love the city living, and it's new for me, and I like it a lot.
So you visited lots of countries. How is Russia different from the countries you visited?
I think the biggest difference is that it's most similar to America, maybe, than a lot of the countries I visited. A lot of just similar tastes in music and sometimes fashion, but it does feel a lot more Western, maybe, than some of the countries that I've visited.
Do you feel comfortable as an English speaker, as a native English speaker?
I feel comfortable. It's always interesting when I'm on the bus and I'm speaking with a friend, another English-speaking friend, and I get stares and sometimes people scoot away or talk about me, but I definitely feel comfortable, and I think for the most part it's always been a positive reaction, and just found other people who want to learn English or want to speak in English, and so I think it's definitely comfortable. Yeah.
Do you feel safe here?
I do feel safe. I mean, I don't really go out in the middle of the night or anything, but I think maybe also not living on the ground, living in an apartment where it's less likely that something could happen. But I definitely feel safer here than even my home in America. So, yeah, definitely.
Is it easy to find an apartment?
I have no idea. I've heard stories where you find an apartment, but you have to move in like almost immediately, or they're gonna give it to someone else. So I think you have to be quick on the draw to be able to get a good one.
If you could change something about Russia, about Yekaterinburg, so what would you change?
Maybe more places that take credit cards or debit cards. It's funny because you have to get your money out of the ATM, and nobody wants to break your big bills, but that's all you've got because you just got your money from the ATM. So sometimes it's frustrating. I'm like, this is all I have, and so yeah, that would probably be more convenient.
Are people friendly here?
I think definitely. It's funny, in Texas and a lot of the southern states, you see if you make eye contact with someone walking in the store or in the street or something, then you smile or wave, and that may not be the case here. It's not as much of a superficial, I guess, friendliness, but the people that we've been introduced to have always been very friendly and welcoming.
How good are shopping malls here?
I like them a lot. It's whenever I am in a mall, I feel like I'm back in America somewhat. Especially some of the bigger ones like Mega and Carnival are much bigger and more modern, I think.
Do you like the Russian winter? Did you come prepared for it?
I came somewhat prepared, but I really couldn't wrap my mind around just how cold it is. So I did have to purchase some things when I got here, recommended by friends or people who've lived here for a while. So,
if your American friends choose to come here to this region, to this city, what should they be prepared for? Would you like to give them a word of caution, some recommendations perhaps?
I think my biggest recommendation would be to not come with expectations, to maybe not think about any stereotypes or anything, that they've seen in movies about Russian people or Russian culture, but to just experience it, just to let go of any kind of expectations they have or ideas about what it's supposed to be like or what it could be like, and just to go with the flow, I guess.
Do you eat out here?
Occasionally, but not much.
Are there places to go?
I think there are many places, and many places that I am excited about going to in the future. I think one of my favorite places, I honestly don't remember the name of it, but anywhere that has Russian pies, like meat pies, I think they're delicious. So.
How do you like the Russian kitchen? The Russian cuisine, the Russian food, I mean.
Oh, I like it very much. There are some things that are definitely interesting. I wouldn't put mayonnaise in so many things normally, but mayonnaise, I think, is one of the biggest differences, I think.
Okay, Rebecca, thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.